Growing up, my mother had only one major house rule: never look into her mirror. One time she caught Sophie, my younger sister, walking to the mirror. She screamed and hit Sophie upside the head, something she never did, making Sophie cry uncontrollably. After that day, neither of us dared go anywhere near the sacred mirror. Every night my mother would look into it and brush her long, silky raven hair, always very, very late, always muttering some kind of hymnal or chant. She brushed her hair roughly 100 times, while never taking her eyes off the antique mirror. The others in our neighborhood thought my mother to be rather peculiar, but nevertheless treated her with the utmost respect. But there were murmurs, rumors that my mother was cursed, that her wealth was begotten in a very unsettling way. Some would say that there was a demon inside of her, others that she consulted a demon once every autumn, and that they saw her in the woods one night. She was naked amongst the trees and chanting something in another language. A witch. My mother went on to live a very long time, but her face never changed. She always looked a young mother well into her 50s and 60s. The only radical change inside of her was her eyes. They went from being a crystal clear blue of a clear pond to the hard white of an expensive diamond. She never died of old age, but of an oncoming semi hitting her and killing her almost instantly. Since my sister handled the funeral and the casket and everything, because she was able to score a good job, I was given the task of cleaning out our old house and putting it up for auction. It took a total of 3 days, mostly because my mother was incredibly immaculate and tended to throw away more things than she kept. Once I entered her room, however, I felt a thick and suffocating presence. It sapped me of my strength, and I felt as if I was about to faint. When I awoke, the feeling was gone, and I felt well again. The mirror was gone. Someone must have taken it when I was passed out on my mother's bed, but how? Once I had everything packed up in her room, I went on home. Once I arrived, my wife ran to me. She looked frightened and asked, "Nicole, why is there a brand new mirror in our house? Where did it come from?" I frowned, because I didn't remember adding a new mirror into the house. Silently, she walked me to the spot where she found the mirror hanging, and I froze. It was the mirror from my mother's house, and I told her so. I also added that I had just seen it that day while packing up all of her old belongings. The eerie part is that it was right where it had been in my mother's house, and it was calling to me.